Hello, sweet pea. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. For those of you that are new, my name is Natalie Hughes. I am a spiritual consultant who specializes in business and mindset mentorship. In my business and on my platform, I help professional women to co-create emotionally fulfilled and purpose-driven lives for themselves. In today's video, we are doing a pick a card tarot reading where in three different piles, we're going to be looking into your next relationship, your next chapter in romance, and how you're going to feel in the presence of this new lover. Okay, so keep in mind this is a live stream, so be sure to come and click and like the video when you come in, even if you're watching the replay. Also, I have the chat covered up, and I don't look at any of the stats or any of the anythings until we get to the end of each pile. So leave your comments, tell me how much it resonates and how obsessed with everything you are. I love it. Just know that I won't respond until after we get done with each pile. And with that being said, I'm ready if you're ready. Choose the picture or pictures that stand out the most to you, and let's jump into your reading. I actually think I need to change the sounds. I don't want to hear drums. I'm going on to YouTube to find some healing frequencies before we get started, because you know I gotta have those frequencies going in the background. Well, and my earphones. And of course, there's a commercial. How are you guys doing? How's your week going? It's Thursday. We didn't do a pick a card yesterday or the day before, but that's okay because we're back. All right, let's jump right in. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. Today, we are tapping into your next experience in romance, and we are seeing how you're going to feel in his presence. So, how is he going to make you feel? Let's grab some cards and let's find out. I want to start with the animal apothecary. So why don't we? Tapping into pile number one's energy. Please like the video. Thank you. All right, pile number one. For everyone who chose pile number one, how will their person make them feel? Oh, beautiful. We have prayer answered. The bison. I think this is a bison. And small steps, big accomplishments. And this is a widow turtle. No, I think this is a sea turtle. Ha! And then when I say sea turtle, I'm immediately thinking of Nemo. Oh, it's just a turtle. Well, we're going to say sea turtle because it looks like a sea turtle to me. I'm immediately thinking of Nemo, and you know the part that's made into a meme where he's like surfing with the sea turtles, finding the currents, and then there's that this little sea turtle baby, and I think the little sea turtle baby's name is Squirt. damn, I don't know the name. And then the like sea turtle dad is like having this like really awesome, amazing energy. And the dad's kind of like this like hippie dad. And he's actually a really good, like encouraging, adorable dad and has a really good relationship like with his son. You know what I mean? So immediately just tapping into that energy and this prayer answered, it looks like a wounded buffalo or something that is receiving healing. So I feel like this person is going to make you feel so safe and loved and nurtured and taken care of. I have to open the book to see what kind of animal this is for card 12. It is a buffalo. Okay. So I basically feel like there's something very healing about this man. There's something very healing about this relationship. The way that he feels, he comes into your life and he just makes you feel soothed. He just makes you feel calm. He makes you feel rested. I know we're talking about a buffalo, and that makes me think of Taurus, even though, you know, it's like the fucking bull and whatever. But it makes me think of Taurus energy and earth sign energy and how, you know, I said this a million times before. Sometimes I can't stand to be around people that have like Mercury and Taurus. No shade, because they just talk so slowly. And I have Mercury and Aries, and my mind goes a million words per minute, and I just want to go, 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 go. And Mercury and Taurus people, they just are a little bit more slow, okay? Not so slow like they're like the sloths in Zootopia, but just they're just more slow, like they're just more chill. Like we don't really have anywhere that we have to go right now. We don't even have anything that we have to do right now. Like this is a man who's gonna make you feel so comfortable, pile number one. And it's like, oh, when you're in his presence, there's nothing that you have to do. There's nothing that you have to be. There's no place that you have to go. Just chillax. Like, this is the kind of person. I get the energy for you, pile number one, that you're somebody who has kind of like a high powered job. I don't even know what that fucking means. You could be somebody who works in politics. You could be somebody who's a CEO. You're a boss. You're a leader. You're an administrator. You're somebody who has a lot of things that you're dealing with in your job, in your day-to-day life. Even if you are a mother, right? You have entire human beings or another human being that you're responsible for. And so you're thinking about this you have to do, and you're thinking about that you have to do, and you got like, you know, this schedule, and sometimes it feels hectic, and you're walking through your house and you stepped on a fucking Lego and you couldn't even slow down because you were running late already, and it just like seems like everything is going on, and you just get in the presence of this man and he's just like, okay, we can talk about that, but let's talk about that later. And let's just sit right now and let's just connect. And let's just take some deep breaths. And let's just enjoy this dinner. And let's just enjoy this moment. How you're going to feel in his presence is that you're going to feel very present. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel very like grounded in this present moment. You're going to find that time moves very quickly when you're in his energy and when you're hanging out with him, because it's like your phone is on do not disturb. You're not checking your notifications. You're not checking your emails. You're just here and you're just connecting. I feel the lavender haze creeping up on me. I don't know, whatever the fuck else she says. basically there's this kind of energy. Taylor Swift has a song, it's called Lavender Haze, and it's basically like being in this energy, this like sacred bubble when you're in a connection and a relationship with another human being, and all of the other shit talking and all of the other craziness and all of the other conversations and drama that's happening in the outside world, it just doesn't exist anymore, because we're just here and it's just me and it's just you, and it's like we are the only two people on planet Earth right now. We're just here and we're having this dinner. We're just here and we're taking this walk through the park. We're just here and we're having this picnic and we're cuddling and we're really just sitting and like being so present. They're showing me like grapes. I can see the two of you being at like a picnic, having some like grapes and some like cheese, having this having this like charcuterie board moment, and you're actually sitting and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. This cheese is just so good. This wine is just so good. This champagne is just so good. And you could be someone who you just go too much. It's too hectic. It's too overwhelming. It's too much. So you're connecting with this person who really encourages you to slow down and to be in this present moment instead of just eating all of your food and watching a television show and not really focusing on how it tastes and not really enjoying the experience because you're just eating and then you're going to go do this other thing. You're like here and you're like present and you're enjoying your food. This is somebody who's going to make you feel the kind of satisfaction that you get when you've received your manifestation. When you scripted about something, when you visualized about something, when you EFT tapped and you meditated, when you called something into your life, you made it happen. You called this amazing man into your world. And he's everything that you dreamed of and more. And you just feel satisfied. I see you having moments where you guys are going out on a date. You guys are walking around the city. You guys are walking from one street to the next. You're walking towards the restaurant. You're moving through a crowded area and you're holding hands and he's walking in front of you. And you just have this moment of like, oh my God, he is real. The kind of guy that I wanted, the kind of guy that I dreamed of, the kind of guy that I prayed for is real. And he's loving and he's nurturing and he's safe. And so you're going to feel safe and secure in his presence. And you're also going to feel this gratitude and satisfaction and appreciation. And there's also a feeling of relief. I finally got the guy. I finally got the ring. I finally got the relationship. And I didn't have to settle for less. I got who I wanted. I got what I wanted. Okay, let's pull some more cards for how pile number 1 is going to feel. Just kidding. Let's do the astrology die. I dropped one of the die on the floor. Hold on, let's do that again. Pile number 1, how is she going to feel in the presence? How is pile number 1 going to feel in the presence of her person? Okay, we got Sagittarius. Sagittarius came out twice. When the dice dropped the first time, we had Sagittarius. We have the sun in the first house, the sun in the sign of Sagittarius in the first house. With the sun energy here, this man is going to make you feel aligned with your sun sign. I'm not going to go through all 12 signs, but I will give examples. If you're a Sagittarius, this man, connecting with him is going to help you feel rejuvenated and free. Being in his energy and having those moments of pause and calm, it's like having a nervous system reset. And as a consequence of feeling safe and secure and like replenished, connecting with him, going out on a date with him, having a conversation with him feels like getting a full night's rest. And after you wake up in the morning and you're feeling so good and you're feeling so pumped up and you're just ready to take on the day. You're ready to go find your next adventure. You're ready to rise up again in your career. You're ready to reach your next financial goal. You're ready to learn something new. You know, it's that kind of energy. If you're a Pisces, then connecting with this man and his energy is going to make you feel even more spiritual and even more connected to God. You're going to feel like, and of course you don't have to be these signs. If these messages resonate, then like just take it, whatever, you know that. So you're going to feel like this man and your connection to him is going to make you feel closer to God, closer to spirit. Being with him is going to make you feel like it is safe to go deeper and connect more fully to your own soul. Pisces energy tends to be an energy that disassociates. Pisces is already very connected to the spirit realm, and they experience a lot of things in their childhood and traumas. And in response to those, because the physical world has brought them so much pain, they start disassociating and kind of leaving their physical body. So they can be more in the spiritual, which makes them very creative and very psychic, but not very grounded. In order for Pisces to really be grounded and really to enjoy life, Pisces has to feel safe. So if you're Pisces, this man is going to make you feel so safe and secure as you hang out with him, your nervous system is relaxing and your soul is coming more and more into your physical body. You're being grounded and you're able to meld the spiritual and the physical. And you feel like magic is real and God is real and God is on your side, and you notice more synchronicities, you notice more magic, and you become more creative. Last example, if you're a Leo, you're hanging out with him and connecting with him and feeling so safe and feeling so held and feeling so protected that you feel safe. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, this energy makes me want to go to sleep. You feel so safe. And it makes you want to shine even more. What does every star have to have? They have to have security. They have to have a bodyguard. Leo will dim their light if they don't feel safe. So this man is coming into your world and he makes you feel safe, and he sees your accomplishments and he sees your gifts and your talents and your skills. And he is always there to remind you of how amazing you are. And when you're connecting with him, you just feel safe to shine and to stand out. Because you have someone who's always going to support you and somebody who's always going to want to see you succeed and win. And he's never going to be jealous of you, and he's never going to want to outshine you or whatever. He is fine letting you be the star of the relationship and having your own spotlight in the world. He's okay being known as pile number one's husband, you know? So that's the energy that I got for you, pile number one. This was really good. Give me like some brown emojis in the comments section, because this was so soothing. It's so earthy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn-y, but probably more on the Taurus side, maybe a little bit of that Virgo energy. All right, I love you lots. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to tap into the explicit energy, you can check out today's featured explicit pick a card reading. And it's on what is your XCS life going to be like in your next chapter. The link is in the description box. When you purchase, you get instant access to all 3 piles. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. My show is on. Hi Z, how are you? Be sure to like the video. There's 9 people watching and only 4 likes. That's a damn shame. Like the video. Okay, let's move on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're tapping into your next chapter in romance and how you're going to feel in your person's presence. Let's grab your cards and start shuffling. And while I'm shuffling, you can be liking the video. For everyone that chose pile number 2, how are they going to feel in their person's presence? The Emperor, Justice, 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Your person has big daddy energy. The Emperor, Justice, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Pile number 2. This person is going to teach you a lot. Okay, he could quite literally be teaching you things about money. This is somebody who is more established and more like farther along in the world than you are. The Emperor is established. He's the ruler over a kingdom. Okay, for some of you guys, this person could be a lawyer. With the energy of the 3 of Pentacles, this is somebody who has achieved a lot of success in his life and is still growing and expanding his empire, okay? So this is somebody who is a bit well known in his industry. He's just recognized in a way, whether that's he's recognized in the company that he works for, or he's recognized in his county, he's recognized in his country, he's recognized globally. This is somebody established and recognized. And he knows a little bit more than you do when it comes to career and money. But it's not necessarily that you know nothing. It's just that he is a good amount of steps ahead of you. In his presence, you're going to be constantly learning something new. This is somebody who's really good at business. This is somebody who has probably mentored other people. Okay, that could look like a million things. He could be mentoring 8-year-olds at the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I mean? But he is brilliant, and he does help people a lot. And this is somebody who's gonna show you the ropes of something, okay? And I feel that this has to do with money. I feel that this has to do with finances, and I feel like he's really going to help you. I don't know how, but I feel like he's going to help you. It could be with investments and things like that. So, in this relationship and connection with him, he's going to make you feel more confident around like money and finances and building wealth and business. How you're going to feel in his presence is that you're learning a lot and you're learning how to grow and expand. This is the kind of person who, this is the kind of connection where, regardless of what happens, whether or not the two of you get married and are together forever, you're always going to I don't want to say think about this man, but you're always, he's going to show you things and teach you things that you're going to use forever, for the rest of your life. So this is somebody who, your next person, your next partner, they're going to be very significant for you in your career and your finances. I'm not getting that this is somebody who like works with you or works in the same arena as you or like is your boss. I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting that you're coworkers at all. This is just someone who is very successful. This is like, if you're an entrepreneur just starting your business, the next person that you date is also an entrepreneur. He's established as an entrepreneur. He has a large multi 6-figure, 7-figure, multi 7-figure company corporation that he runs. And as you hang out with him and you observe him and you have dinners with him, you guys talk about business. You guys talk about what it takes to run a business. You talk about the things that are going on in the back end. You guys are talking about how he's managing his clients and how he's managing his, what are those called? Employees. And so you're learning things about business. You're learning about how he's managing his money. You're having conversations about the conversations that he's having with his accountants and different things like that. And he's showing you and telling you what he does with his money and how he financially plans and blah, blah, blah. And so he's really giving you the blueprint to a lot of stuff. That's what I get really strongly. So you're going to feel smarter in his presence. You're going to feel supported in your business. And I feel like your finances will grow and expand because of him. Not necessarily because he's giving you money, even though he does seem like the type to be very generous and give you gifts and things like that. But I see your money and your finances growing and expanding as a consequence of the conversations that you're having with him and the things that you are learning from him. How else will pile number 2 feel in the presence of their person? 10 of Pentacles. Oh my God. Literally, this is all talking about money. It's all pentacles. We have the Emperor, Justice, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God. So, next in love, this is someone who you're going to be building with. And I'm not seeing this relationship ending or anything like that. I do feel like this is a relationship that can result in marriage. With the energy of the 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 3 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, Justice. You're going to feel like this person is a very suitable life partner. And all of this feels very earthy, but it feels earthy like Virgo and like Capricorn. Pile number one felt earthy like Taurus, but their person was a Taurus. I'm not getting that your person is a Virgo or a Capricorn, even though, I mean, we're looking into the energy, sure, they could be. We also have Aries and Libra here with Justice and the Emperor, so whatever. But the point that I'm making is that Virgo woman, Capricorn woman, she is going to really care about her financial future and her career and being taken care of. And so if she's looking for a partner who's going to be her life partner and the father of her children, she's going to want that man to be very capable and competent. She's going to have a specific list of things that she wants that man to check off for her. And this is a Virgo or Capricorn woman who actually has self-worth and has a standard, right? If they don't have self-worth, then they're not going to feel that they can ask for the shit they actually want. Then they're going to be neglected in relationships. We know this. We all experience this. So I see you, when this person comes into your life, being a woman who has a standard for the kind of man that she wants in her world. He needs to be financially stable. He needs to be secure in his career. He needs to be established. Maybe you even require that your person be farther along in their career than you are. And you're going to be dating this man and connecting with this man and becoming more and more committed with this man. And you're going to feel like he is meeting the list that you have created. And as a consequence of that, you're going to feel like he would make a good husband and he would make a good father because he's a good teacher, because he's practical, because he's someone who brings you a feeling of safety and security. He's not somebody that would put your family at risk. He's not somebody who would, you don't know if he's going to stick around. You don't know if he's going to pay the bills. You don't know if he's going to blah, blah, blah. This is not that kind of man. This is the kind of man who he pays his bills are paid. He is deeply taken care of. He takes himself seriously. He takes his job seriously. He takes his money and his finances seriously. And so you're also going to feel a very deep sense of respect. You're going to really respect him a lot. And you're going to see him as a bit of a father figure. And not saying that he's a father figure towards you, even though he's teaching you, you will just see him as a father figure. There are some guys who are kind of like fatherly. This is so, so funny because I had a dream. We don't have time to talk about my dream, so I won't. But anyway, there are some men who are kind of fatherly. And what I mean by fatherly is that they just kind of have this energy about them. There are some guys, I'm trying to get you a good example. I'm seeing pictures in my mind. I got to translate it into words. Give me a second. I know a guy who was like a high school situationship of mine. He has kids. Unfortunately for them. No tea, no shade. I'm being honest. And he's the kind of guy, I could see him having kids. I could see him as a 40-year-old or maybe like a 30-something-year-old. Yeah, he'd be in his 40s when his kids are kind of like teens, whatever. I could see him in his late 30s, in his 40s, having teens, but he's not I couldn't see him being the active father who's going to the football game to watch his daughter cheer. You know what I mean? I couldn't see him as the little league father who's going to the practices. I couldn't see him as, you know what I'm saying? And then there's other guys who are fatherly in the sense of like, I've always said this, it's my dream. It's my dream and my greatest desire for when my sons start playing sports, or maybe my daughters if they want to play sports, when my sons and children start playing, when my children start playing sports, I really want my husband to be the like coach for their sports team. I just think that's so cute and also so sexy. There are certain guys that you can just see and you can connect with, and you can see them being the football coach for the little league. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain kind of energy. Not saying that there aren't dads who are football coaches that shouldn't be, you know what I mean? But in a loving and nurturing way. Like there are certain men that you could see them being an active, present father. And then there are other guys where it's like you'd be present, but could I see you raising a kid? Could I see you nurturing a kid? I could see you giving your child, a bath, but could I see you double checking that the temperature is right? Could I see you making sure that you're washing behind their ears? I really couldn't see that because you just don't give me that loving and nurturing thing. But this is the kind of man who takes himself seriously. And if he's going to do something, he's going to do it right. He shows up in business and he does business the right way. This is a man who has a moral code. This is a man who has a moral compass. He shows up and he does things the right way. So this is a man who is dependable. When he decides to have children, he's going to be present with his kids. He's hanging out with his kids. You know what I mean? He is taking care of his children. He's showing up consistently. What the hell? Okay, sorry. My healing frequency sound. Video pause. Continue watching. Girl, of course continue watching. Don't play with me right now. Anyway, yeah. So how you're going to feel around him, I feel like you're going to feel like he's very sexy, and I feel like you're going to feel like this could be the guy for you. This could be the guy for you. You're gonna see him as someone who is capable of loving and nurturing and teaching a kid. The way that he teaches you, some men are just like that. The way that they nurture and the way that they serve and the way that they give, very Virgo, very Capricorn. Some men are just like that, where the way that they're talking to you, it's not like they're infantilizing you. It's not like they're talking to you like a kid, but the way that they support you and the way that they teach you about things and the way that they talk to you about stuff, you're like, you're a really good teacher. Sometimes I can only give examples of what I mean by giving the opposite of what I mean. Like, you know how there's that ongoing joke online about if Johnny has 5 apples, and it's basically like you're doing your homework with your kid and you're not a good teacher, so you shouldn't be doing your homework with your kid because you don't have any patience. And so you're saying if Johnny has 5 apples and then he ate 3, how many Johnnies, how many apples are left over? And your kid's like, 7. And then instead of explaining and helping and teaching them, you just start screaming at them and raising your voice. And you're like, if Johnny has 5 apples, you know what I'm saying? There are real people who are like that. Everybody should not have children. And that can be a traumatizing experience. But the way that this man is patient and the way that he's understanding and the way that he teaches to help you understand concepts, like I see you talking with this man about business, his business, money, finances, and you might just be asking questions just because you're interested, not even because you're going to apply it in your own life. But you're asking him questions about, well, when you invested, why did you invest like this instead of like this? Or, okay, well, when you moved your money around like this, why did you do it like this and instead of like this? And when you went to file your taxes, why did you claim this instead of claiming this? And he's like, well, I did blah, 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 blah because of blah, 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 blah. And because of this bill that was passed and blah, 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 this happened. And so in order to do this and this and this, we did this. And then we donated this here. And then we wrote this off here. And then we ended up having to pay this and this and this. And in those moments where he's talking to you and he's explaining things to you, you're like, you are the sexiest man that I've ever met in my life. And also, have a baby by me, baby. That's how you're going to feel. That's how you're going to feel, girl. I'm telling you, okay? The way that this man explains and the way that this man teaches, and he's just a really good team player. There are some people who are like, I have to be the strong man, and I'm the only one who can know the recipe to my mom's peach cobbler. You know what I mean? I'm the only one that knows, and you don't need to know anything because I know everything and I have everything taken care of, whatever. But he's not that kind of guy. He's like, if I know it, then you know it. If I know it, then you can know it. If I know it, then you need to know it. So when you have children, this is someone who's going to be a really good teacher, and I feel like you're going to love this man's morals. I feel like you're going to feel very excited in his presence and very safe in his presence. And every single time that you hang out, you're just going to feel like you want to have a baby. And not just that you want to make a baby, but that you want to have a child. You want to have children. You want to have a family. Okay? So that's what I got for you, pile number 2. Give me some lovely pink emojis in the comment section if this resonated with you. And if you want to tap into the explicit energy, be sure to click the link in the description box to get access to today's featured explicit pick a card reading. It's about what is your XCS life going to be like in your next chapter with your person. All right, click the link in the description, get instant access to all 3 piles, and I will talk to you in the next one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to like. Okay. All right, this made me tear up, and I never cry. You should cry more often. Let your emotions flow. Crying is so beautiful, and it's a release of energy, and I'm happy that it inspired that release of energy within you, Z. I'm good, Queen. How are you? I'm happy that you're doing good. I'm also doing pretty damn good. Hi, Tati. How are you? Meditating on Matter says, Nav, have you done a weight loss journey pick a card yet? And if not, can it be a mix of how it affects your love life or relationship? I haven't. I don't think that I would do that. I don't know what your I don't know. I don't really understand what your asking about, I don't think that I would do that. But if you want a personal reading because you want me to do a reading on a specific thing, then just book a personal reading by clicking the link in the description or waiting for me to go live. And then you can ask that question, boo boo. Also, it's so funny. This question, no shade to meditating on matter. But I was just on Twitter, I think a couple days ago or something, and it was like, Black people really do get upset if you don't address them, if you don't say anything. I read that comment and I was just expecting you to say like, oh, like, hey girl. And then immediately it's like asking me a question about work that I've done. I was like, wait a second. And I'm not being shady. I'm not angry. I'm not upset, but it just reminded me of that tweet. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so funny because that happened to me, a couple of like weeks ago or months ago. I was live doing a facial and somebody came on and was like, can you really make a living doing pick a card readings from one reader to another? And I was like, whoa, sister. First of all, I don't know you. Second of all, no hi, hello, or nothing. No hi, hello. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm really Black. Do you guys have that too? If you're Black or not, tell me. Tell me in the live chat. No shade. We're not piling up on anybody. We're not angry. It's just a little conversation that was triggered by that chat. I'm not upset at all. Z says, but you know, it's so crazy meditating on matter that you would mention that because I've been thinking a lot about that. I've been seeing a lot of videos about how, you know, it's really hard being a plus size woman and being a fat woman and being loved and like men don't want to take you seriously and all of this stuff. And I've never thought about that. I mean, did I have a situationship when I was in high school who would make fun of me and my body? Yes. But have I ever had the experience where a man wasn't showing up for me or committing to me and I thought to myself, it's because I'm fat? No, I don't think that I've had that experience. I kind of have had moments of questioning, is it because I don't fit in with the particular aesthetic? But it wasn't about my weight. I more so think if I'm going to question if a man doesn't want to fuck with me because of me, I probably would think to myself, maybe it's because of my personality. Let me be specific. Because my personality is fabulous, but I like to cuss people out and I have a lot of enemies. And the last soulmate guy that I had, he had a lot of Libra energy and I have a lot of Aries energy. And Libra energy likes to be friends with people. Even if Libra doesn't fucking like that person, a Libra will be your friend and smile in your face. I don't have that. I have an Aries stellium. So if there were moments and times where I thought maybe he just does not fuck with me because I don't really know how to act and I'm not really diplomatic and I really will say fuck this shit and fuck you too. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's really interesting because I've been thinking about that and I'm like, is that a problem? Is that an experience that I've had? But I don't think so. I think the guy before, the soulmate before the last soulmate was... This is something that they say online, or maybe this is something that they say in general. He was a Jamaican guy, and I never felt like, I don't know, I just, I never felt, I have dealt with a lot of Caribbean men in my day. I've also dealt with a lot of Black men in my day. I don't know, because the women saying these things are Black women, and I'm assuming that they're dating Black men. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I've never had that experience. I've never had that experience of a man who was like, I don't want to take you seriously and I don't want to be seen in public with you because you're fat. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. And I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that another woman's experience is not valid. But if a man's not showing up for me and committing to me, I assume that that's on him. I take that personally for him. Yeah, so I don't know if that was what you were saying. I don't know if that's what you were asking. Your weight loss, how does your weight impact your love life. If anything, I would say that your weight doesn't have to impact your love life. And instead of it being about your weight impacting your love life, you should focus on your perception of yourself and loving yourself and believing that you get to be loved. I see fat women in happy marriages all day. I see fat women being loved proudly all motherfucking day. I see fat women with men who adore them and worship the ground that they walk on all day. I know that we have a fucking skinny apocalypse or whatever the girls are calling it that's going around right now. Fat girls get love. I love fat girls. I'm not even gay, but I love fat girls. If I was, you know who my type would be. If my sexuality ever changes, fat women, you will be the first to know. I love us bad. I don't know. Okay. Z says, yes, I am in constant shock of how talented you are. Thank you, Bookie. Pile 1 and 2, again, so spot on. I'm also an Aries, and this is exactly what I've been calling in. I just have to say, I love your confirmations. Thank you, Z. Thank you. Hi, Jordan. So happy to see you here. Let's get 18 video likes on the board. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Princess Mia. How are you? Princess Mia says, hey, Diva. I love when, oh, the pink emojis. Oh my God, that little pig is so cute. I love when I make it live. Yes, I love when you make it live too. I love this. Yeah, pound number 2 was so good. Okay, not black, but very much the same way, especially at work. OMG, I'm sorry, G. I'm at work right now. I always listen to your readings at work. Hey, everyone, love y'all down. I love you too, Bookie. Thank you for the hey. Like, if someone at work messages me first thing in the morning and doesn't say hi or good morning first, whatever they ask me, I will start my reply with the good morning that I did not receive. Right. I don't know. I'm about that. I'm serious about that. I'm serious about that. Hi, hello. I am. I do that. When you guys come onto my lives, well, I guess this technically counts, but like when I'm just live streaming and doing personal readings, I always say hi every single time that I see somebody coming in or something like that. It's just important to me. Which is funny because if a friend texts me something out of the blue with no greeting, I won't give it a second thought. You know, and maybe it's a professionalism thing. Maybe it is a professionalism thing. Maybe it's that. And not saying that you're unprofessional for commenting on the blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying in general, maybe it is different for professional settings. I don't know. I can't remember a time that Jordan has ever not texted me a greeting. Unless there's like, if there's an exciting thing that's going on, and then the greeting not being there is intentional. And it's like a message and it's like capital letters, oh my God, you'll never believe. And then that's still kind of a little bit of a greeting, you know? But in general, we're a hey friend. I'm pretty hey with the greetings with my homegirls. I don't know. Absolutely. I'm black and I grew up in the suburbs. They do that all the time. Not saying hey. Princess Mia says, I'm black, and yes, I'm quick to just stare if someone tries to ask me something without saying hi first. No shade, no shade, no shade at all. I guess it's deeply rooted. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Yeah, I definitely relate. And it's not like, oh, I'm holding it against you or I dislike you or I'm angry with you or anything like that. It throws me off a little bit. It just like, whoa. And we just gonna jump right into the conversation, huh? Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope that you are doing well. Today, we are tapping into your next relationship, your next connection, who is coming next in love, and how you're going to feel in his presence. I love the pictures because the pictures for your piles, like pile number 1's picture and pile number 2's picture, they align with the messages that came through. And I haven't been looking at the pictures for today's reading, so I love that. All right, we gotta find We need to do a little bit of tech stuff. And while we're doing the tech stuff, go ahead and do the liking the damn video stuff. Thank you, Diva. Appreciate it. Love you. All right. For pile number 3, what do we want to do for pile number 3? Did I do Paris for the last one? Did I? All right, we'll do the cloud. Hi, pile 3. All right, your next relationship, your next connection. How will you feel in his presence? I feel like you're definitely going to feel cozy, okay? This is a guy that you feel cozy around. This is someone who you just feel like you can be yourself. You just feel like you can express like your entire personality. Like, sometimes I'll be by myself and I'll do something really weird. Like, I don't know. It could be like a stem or something. And you don't have to be autistic to like stem or whatever. But just like a little vocal stem, or I'll start like singing a song, or I'll start like repeating something over and over again. And then I'll stop and then I'll go, you are so fucking weird. And then I say a phrase, which I can't say on the video, but I say a phrase that's very similar to something like, could another woman do this? And what that comes from is sometimes I have felt insecure in myself and feeling like maybe I'm not the type of an old person that I wanted. And when I would have those moments of insecurity, I would do something and it would make me happy. Even if it was a weird thing, even if it was a silly thing. Well, that's part of the reason why it made me happy, because it makes me unique. And so I say, could another woman do this? And the answer for going literally is probably yes, another woman could do that, but that's not the point. The point is that I am special and I'm one of a kind and I'm unique and I'm silly and I'm goofy. And I love that. And I am my own preference. So I feel like this is somebody who is going to see you for the magnetic, magical, unique creature that you are. Okay? And this is someone who's going to love how unique you are. They're going to love how silly you are. They're going to love when you have your little goofy moods, okay? Somebody here, sometimes you get the zoomies. Baby, I don't know what the fuck the zoomies are. You can explain it in the comments section if you want to. I don't really care. I'm not saying you're bad or anything if you explain it, but whatever. Somebody here, you just have moments where you get the zoomies, whatever that means. And this person is going to fuck with it. They're going to fuck with you. They're going to like you. Especially when you're weird. Especially when you're unique. Especially when you are just doing things that are a little bit peculiar. Just a little bit peculiar. U-N-I-Q-U-E. U-U-N-I-Q-U-E. That's from the Beyonce Renaissance World Tour, yes. You're unique. That's what you are. And this isn't so much about, well, sure, your intelligence can be something that makes you unique, but this is about like quirky little things, okay? Go listen to the song Little Things by One Direction. You just do little shit. I think we all do as human beings, right? We do little shit that's a little bit fucking weird. Like you lay on your bed and you put your feet up on the wall just because. And also I think that's good for blood flow, but that's not the point. He walks into the room and he sees you in a really weird fucking pose. You're doing yoga. He doesn't know that you're doing yoga. And he's like, okay, yeah. He's like, you know what, hell yeah. File number 3, you do weird shit. Your man is like, you know what? Hell yeah. You make a weird fucking noise. You say some shit that doesn't make any fucking sense to him. He's like, you know what? Hell yeah. Yeah. And she's a little weird. She's a little peculiar. And I love her. That's my peculiar girl. Period. Yeah. Yeah. This is somebody who's not going to question your weirdness, who you are, and how you dress, and how you express yourself, and the things that you find funny. He's like, okay, it's not normal. I don't know what it is. You know, when people are doing crazy shit and like a reel or YouTube or something, and then somebody in the comment section will say, I love whatever is wrong with you. Pound number 3, baby girl. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with you. But this person loves whatever is wrong with you. Like, they're just gonna look at you doing some weird shit. Just doing some weird shit. I don't know. Maybe you just like randomly break out into song. You randomly start dancing. You are, okay, I don't want to describe this as weird. It is Hoodoo Heritage Month. Hello. And there was a video of this woman. She's like, I would describe her as an elder, like a spiritual elder, and she's an older Black woman. And she was like, just walk around your house today saying yay yay out loud, yay yay, just in your house, moving that energy, calling in that alignment. Just walk around your house right now. I dare you. Get up and walk around your house and out loud, just keep repeating yay yay, and you will feel that energy move. And so you could be a very spiritual woman. That could be what's a little bit peculiar about you, your spiritual practices. If this man walks into the house and you're walking around the living room shouting yay yay, he's like, I love whatever is wrong with you. And I don't mean that there's something wrong with you. I mean, he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. But he's like, you know what? Hell yeah. And put a candle for me on that altar too, babe. Like, I love whatever is wrong with you, girl. I love your moods, and I love your playfulness, and I love how you switch it up, and I love how you are just sometimes so random, and you just shock me, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, you know what, yeah. It's like this guy is just acceptance. He's gonna make you feel accepted. You know, those moments where you're like in your room and you're listening to your music and you're dancing and all of this stuff, and then like somebody like walks into your room or something, you're like, you're like a fucking deer in headlights. This person is like, you know what? Yeah. Sometimes we need to shake some ass in the middle of the living room. I don't give a damn. Yeah. Get into it, you know? He's not going to judge you or tell you that you're not good enough or make you feel like you're unworthy of love for being weird or for having things that we would consider quote unquote flaws. Pile number 3, you're not someone that we would describe as normal. You might be a neurodivergent baddie. You don't have to be. You might be an ADHD girly. You don't have to be, right? Excuse me, a burp just came out of me. Oh my God. I just remembered that thing from Dr. Umar. It was a viral video that the Dr. Umar guy did. And he was like, I just had an ADHD moment, an ancestral download for healing and development. Is that what he said? He said, I just had an ADHD moment, an ancestral download for healing and development. I think that's what he said. He said something like that. And it was so fucking hilarious when you have your little ADHD moments, or you have your silly moments, or you just have that like quirky thing that you do. Somebody here, you like to eat weird combinations of food and shit. You know what I'm saying? You guys go to sit down and have a movie and you got your fucking Oreos and your peanut butter. He's like, you know what? Hell yeah. You got your fucking somebody here likes to have like popcorn and like pickles and shit. I see people do that online. I don't participate, no shade. You know, that's not a crime. Do what you like. I'm not judging you. I don't like it, but I'm not judging you. Your person is like, you know what? Hell yeah. And I don't think I was saying I don't like it. Like me, the reader, I don't like it, but I'm not judging you. I don't think your person will judge you either. And I don't think your person is going to look at these things that you do or these things that you like and judge it either. They're not going to say, oh, I don't like it, but no, they really don't give a fuck. They're like, you know what? Yeah, I don't give a damn. So whatever it is that you have like little quirks and things around, it's not things that bother them. It's not things that irritate them. It's not things that they have opinions on at all. It's just like, yeah, that's my wife. And sometimes when it's raining on a day that the moon is in something, or it's a new moon, or some equinox or something, and she just puts the jar out in the backyard and collects like the rainwater, and I don't know, she like sings and like dances out there. I don't know what she does. I don't give a damn. You know what? Hell yeah. She did her little rain dance outside and I got a raise the next month. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I love whatever's wrong with her. I love whatever's different about her. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. No, nobody else could do this. Your wife can't do this. Ain't no other wives doing this. Ain't no other girlfriends doing this. You telling me your girl can do a little rain dance and all of a sudden more money starts flowing into your business, flowing into your life? You get a raise and a promotion? Please. Nobody else is doing this? Yeah. Yeah. Things are slow at work. Go twerk by the trees for me, Buki. That's insane. Oh my God, that's insane. I feel like you guys are gonna have a fun and playful energy where this person is open and a willing participant. You know how sometimes guys are like interested in your spiritual practice and they're like, ooh, like what is this? And I want to see and blah, blah, blah. I don't get that vibe from this person, but I get this energy of like, I don't want to say disinterest, but he's like neutral about stuff. If you need him to participate in a working or you invite him to, he will because he wants to support you, but he feels neutral. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. I don't give a damn. Yeah. Picture of your grandma, your great grandma, and your great great grandma, and your aunt, and all of that in the living room. I don't give a shit. Can I still watch football on Sunday? Okay, cool. I don't give a damn. Great Grammy want to watch the Chiefs lose and Travis Kelce fumble the ball 20 times? You know what I mean? Fuck yeah. Let's go, Granny. You know? Also, I know that was a really good and biblically accurate football reference to the things that are going on lately. Well, I don't know. It could have been a couple weeks ago. I don't give that much of a damn, but I have been seeing some football stuff on my TikTok. So I don't know. Football connoisseur. I don't know. Anyway. So I feel like this guy is open and he's neutral and he's loving and he is accepting. We have the King of Swords. This guy is going to make you feel like you can talk to him. You can talk to him about anything. Like, I feel like pound number 3, you're a very spiritual woman, and we're all spiritual, whatever, but you're a woman who practices something. Okay, you got your spiritual practice, you take your spiritual bath, you read your tarot, you read your oracle, you talk with your ancestors, you connect with nature and the fae and different things like that. So you're a spiritual person, and maybe if you're going through things or you're experiencing changes, you can sit with this guy and you can say, I'm feeling so tired because there's a full moon and it's 3 days away, but everything just feels like it is just going up in flames in my life. And I'm going with this, and I'm dealing with this, and I'm dealing with that. And then Mars is moving into Scorpio, and I'm not super excited about it because it's squaring my Mars in Leo, and I just don't really know what this means for me, and blah, blah, blah. And he's just like sitting and he's like listening, like really intently. And he doesn't really have anything profound to say. He can't read your astrology chart, but he'll listen. You know what I mean? Like he's not giving you advice, but he's listening. He's like, "Oh, babe, like, yeah. Yeah, I get that, man. Fucking Mars and Scorpio. How long is it going to be like this? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a challenging couple of months, but we're going to get through it together." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's loving and he's understanding and he's compassionate. Like, there's nothing that you can come to this guy with and he's going to be like, "What the fuck? That's weird." He would never say that. He would never say that. You would never be able to go to this guy and be like, "Hey, can you check out this thing that's happening on my body or whatever?" And he's like, no. No thanks. Call 911, bitch. Go to the hospital. I could call you an ambulance. Like, it's not that. It's giving me this King of Swords energy. There was this video of this woman she was making, and she was like, "I'm gonna call my boyfriend. He's a medical student, and I'm gonna ask him if he will take out my tampon for me. I'm gonna tell him that it's stuck and will he take it out for me?" And so she like calls him into the bathroom, and she's like, "Hey, like, my tampon got stuck, and I was just wondering if you could like help me take it out." And he's like, "Yeah, sure. What do you need help with? Take your pants off." And it's just like this adorable energy, and I feel like that's the kind of guy that this is. He's not a squeamish guy. He's not somebody that's going to run away from your quirks or the things that make you you. He's like, "Yeah, we're all weird." And it kind of is giving me the energy of Nick from New Girl, which I know is kind of cray cray. But it is kind of giving me that Nick from New Girl energy. And what I mean when I say that is like, Nick was kind of a hot fucking mess. Like, there was a whole episode of the show where Jess finds this box that he has, and it's just a box of like bills and like, important letters. And he doesn't pay these bills. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He just throws it in the big ass box. And Jess is like, "Oh my God, like, you cannot live like this. You have to organize this." But he's just like, "Whatever." And then there's another episode where he has like a fucking glass of milk that is like all the way to the tip top. And he like can't pick it up. And they like find it and they're like, "How did you even get this glass of milk in here to be put on your floor?" And it's like, I'm not saying that your guy is gross. I'm saying that when you're connecting with somebody like a Nick personality who is when you're connecting with somebody like a Nick personality who is a hot mess in his own right, that person's not really gonna judge you. He's like, "Hey, you're a little bit fucking weird sometimes. I'm a little bit fucking weird sometimes. I think we're all a little bit fucking weird. And that's okay. And that's all right with me. You know? Alexa play Freaky Girl. Super Freak by Rick James. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. That girl's all right with me. She's just a little freaky. She's a little weird. She's a little peculiar. And that's okay with me. And I'm going to stick beside her. Okay, so you're gonna feel accepted and you're gonna feel loved and you're gonna feel free to just be who you are. And I think that's something that you might feel challenged around when it comes to relationships. And you might sometimes feel a fear that you're going to have to give up parts of yourself, or like, oh my God, I'm going to have to share my house and my bathroom with a man. I included the bathroom thing. That's something that I'm very particular around. I don't just share my bathroom with anybody. I'm very serious about bathroom stuff. It is my safe place and my sanctuary, and the idea of having a man in my bathroom all the time. Focus. Just focus. So you could be somebody like me in a way where, you think about certain things like, okay, marriage is lovely, but the idea of having a man in my house all the time, 24/7, touching my shit. You know what I mean? That might not be your dream, or it might be your dream, but you have that like resistance. This is somebody who, because he accepts you and loves you and honors you, he honors your space and he honors the things that make you unique, and he honors your spiritual practice. You're like, this is the altar. Nobody touches the altar. You don't touch the shiny rocks. He's like, all right, I'm gonna touch your little fucking rocks, girl. I won't touch your little pebbles. Don't worry about it. The fruity pebbles are safe with me. I'm chilling. I'm good. He has friends over the house. They're like, hey, what is this? He's like, no, don't touch the fruity pebbles. My wife is very serious about that. She's also kind of psychic. She will know if you touched it. And then we're all going to get cursed. I don't know cursed with what. I think it's some sort of biblical plague. I don't fucking know. But let's not find out. It's that kind of energy. Fucking biblical plague. Oh, so funny. So you're going to feel respected, and you're going to feel loved, and you're going to feel accepted in his presence. And you're just going to feel like this is someone you can talk to nonstop. This is someone you can vent to. This is someone that you can like give all of your energy to. You might be someone who people describe you as like overwhelming sometimes, or like a lot, or you feel like, you've had to like tone down your energy, or, sometimes people need breaks from you and different things like that. Because you just have a lot of energy and you can talk a lot and you're very social and you have a lot of thoughts, and maybe sometimes you have anxieties and things like that. And you might feel like you have to like hold back from people, or I know people with autism, they have like masking. This is not somebody that you have to do that with. This is not someone that you have to hold yourself back around. This is not someone that you have to like pretend that you're done talking just because you're afraid that he's going to get irritated or bored. This is somebody who's like, you want to talk? Let's talk. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me everything. I'm here. And he is going to be there to hear you and to understand you and just to take care of you. He's going to make you feel very taken care of, like mentally, and very supported spiritually. And God, I just feel like he's going to make you feel more accepted than anybody else has ever made you feel. Like, you don't think that it's weird that I sometimes like to eat popcorn and pickles together? He's like, no, I don't really care. Are we going to watch this movie? Will you wash your hands before you touch me after? I'm just kidding. I wasn't getting that he would say that last part, but I would. Anyway, pile number 3. Oh, this was so good. Give me some like yellow emojis, because that's what it gives. It gives happiness. It gives joy. It gives like playful energy, love, and acceptance. If this resonated with you, give me those yellow emojis in the comments section. If you want to tap into the explicit energy that we got going on, today's featured explicit reading is on what will your XES life be like in your next chapter. All right. Click the link in the description box to get instant access to all 3 piles. And do not forget to like this video on your way over there. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And I will talk to you in the next video. Oh my goodness. Today's video was so good, you guys. Okay, we're scrolling. Pile 3. Hi, Addison. It feels cozy, very fall. Yes. No, I wasn't asking a question like that. Like, I've been seeing a pattern of soon as ladies meet their body goal, they get pregnant or life changing experiences occur. But in pick a card form, some partners join their journey. Some people will meet a person and abandon their weight loss journey and all. It was more focused on the weight loss itself than the love part. Huh. That's really interesting. I would definitely say I don't really understand it. That definitely feels like more of like a personal thing. And also it feels more like it feels more like a personal question, like you're asking what's going to happen on my weight loss journey? What can I expect on my weight loss journey? Will I lose the weight and then get pregnant? Will I lose the weight and then get in a relationship? Will I lose the weight and then my partner joins in and then I find a partner or something like that? Is that what you're saying? I definitely think it's an interesting topic, just I don't think I would do a pick a card reading on it. I don't think that I would ever do a pick a card reading surrounding weight loss at all. I just don't think I would. I don't think that it's not that weight loss can't be a good goal, but also is okay, controversial hot take. I don't necessarily think that weight loss is a good goal to have. I don't. I think that if you have goals around your health, like for me when I was pre-diabetic, having a body that's really good at processing sugar and not insulin resistant was really important to me. And so when I went to the doctor and I wasn't pre-diabetic anymore and my blood sugar levels were normal, that was a really nice accomplishment. I don't know. I'm not somebody who focuses on that at all, so I wouldn't do a reading around that. Like I say all of the time, I have goals around my body and like my body type and even my dream dress size. But for me, that's about expressing myself on a soul level, and I'm never looking at the scale because as much as I'm losing body fat, I'm also building muscle. So the last time that I went to the doctor, this was a couple of months ago. Oh my God, it's October. Yeah. This was a couple months ago. I had gained 5 pounds, but I didn't gain 5 pounds in fat. I gained muscle and, different things shifting around, whatever. So yeah, I just don't think that I would do it. But like I said, if you want my perspective on it and what I see happening, you can get a personal reading on it. But for me, that would be something that I go to the podcast for. I wouldn't ask the question, what do you see happening for me on my weight loss journey? I wouldn't even open myself up to that because my weight loss journey is what I am choosing to create. You know what I mean? We're not going on a weight loss journey and then getting pregnant by accident because it's a choice to have sex that's not safe. Ah, oh, damn it, I can't say that word. Whatever, fuck it. It's a choice to be unsafe and be unprotected in that way. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me, my response just energetically to that is like, you're the leader of your mind. What do you want your weight loss journey to be like? What do you want to happen as a consequence of this journey? So yeah, that's my response. But nothing against it. It might be something lovely for somebody else to do, but yeah. Um, it's very interesting. She did not spell it as Yeye. She spelled it as Yeye Yay. And then somebody else spelled it in a clipped video as Yaya. So although Yeye can mean my mother in one specific language that might not be the same intention or meaning to someone else, especially not in their spiritual practice. Yeah. But that I'm not sure. When my person walks in on me playing with Bratz dolls at the age of 25, because these are the new additions, lol. Not Travis Kelce catching a stray. Travis Kelce will always catch a stray on this channel. I hate that man. I needed this pile, LMAO. Good. You can't help but love Nick. I really do. I really do. I once had a Scorpio man go through my shit when I wasn't there, and when I came home, he started questioning why I had bleaching cream since I'm more holistic and spiritual. Oh, Scorpio man. Ugh. I'm not at liberty to say how I feel, other than yikes. Not yikes to a Scorpio man, but just yikes to that experience. Sorry you had that experience. That's weird, right? Princess Mia, I'm happy that it resonated with you and you're claiming it. I really enjoyed this live. This was my first live stream from you. Yes, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Sweet Pea. All right, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next live.